Japan.
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 Japan has recorded another steep drop in its population despite government efforts to reverse the trend by encouraging people to have more children.
Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a serious issue that Japan is facing, the demographic crisis. A country's population is influenced by birth rate, death rates, and migration. In Japan's case, the birth rate is falling every year, while the number of elderly people keep rising. In 2008, Japan's population has been shrinking. And what's interesting is, unlike other developed countries that welcome immigrants, Japan has strict immigration policies. Why? Because the Japanese government is worried about losing their cultural identity. And then, today, about 30% of Japan's population is over 65 years old. Meanwhile, fewer young people are getting married or having kids. Many choose to focus on their career instead. And this continues, experts say that Japan could become the first country in the world to disappear due to population's decline. Okay. Next, my friend will explain the main causes of this crisis from social, economic, and political angles.
Thank you, and now let's look at the causes of this crisis, which we can divide it into three areas, that is social, economic, and also political. The first one is social factors. Many people in their 30s and also 40s are choosing to stay single and also live alone. In 2010, Japan had over 700,000 marriages, but by 2023, that number dropped to less than 475,000. Why? A big reason is that many women want to focus in their careers. Female participation in the workforce has grown from 72% to over 83% in the last 10 years. But balancing work and also family in Japan is still very hard, especially for women. Many feel the pressure to choose between their jobs and also having children. Japan's fertility rate is now only 1.26, which means most families have only one child or none at all. Second is the economic factor. The cost of living in Japan is very high. Families spend about 339,000 yen per month. But even with high salaries, it is still not enough. Many people see having kids as a financial burden. On top of that, many young people are moving from rural areas to big cities, where schools in small towns are closing due to a lack of the children. The third one is political factors. Even though Japan has laws that allow maternity leave, not all companies support it. Some women are afraid to take time off because they might lose their jobs. In fact, about 60% of Japanese women quit their work after having their first child. This makes many young couples delay or skip having children altogether. So while it may look like a personal choice, it is actually caused by deeper social and also political issues. And now, let's hear about the effect of this crisis and what the government is doing to respond.
Thank you. Japan demographic crisis affect many areas, not just the population size, but also social life, the economy and politics. The first sector is social impact. Japan has one of the highest percentage of elderly people in the world. In 2023, nearly 30% of the population was over 65 years. Many of them live alone, which has caused the sad phenomena of kodukushi or lonely death. On the other hand, the number of children and young people is dropping. This has led to school closures, and especially in rural areas. More people move to the big cities, while small towns are becoming empty. This creates inequality between rural and urban regions. And then the next sector is in the economic. Economic impacts in the Japan is famous for having high quality workers, but now it's lacking in numbers. There are not enough people to work in key sectors like farming, factories, and construction. The government also spent a lot more on pension and healthcare for the elderly. But with fewer young people working, Japan incomes is not keeping up with spending. Then this slows down economic growth and make it harder to move forward for Japan. And the last sector is political. Because so many people are elderly, Japan's politics now focus more on their needs, such as healthcare and retirement. There is also a growing debate about immigration, because Japan needs more foreign workers, but many worry that too much immigration could change Japanese culture. So this issue is not just social or economic issue, but it affects national identity and political direction too. The Japanese government is taking action. They start a policy called Womenomics, which aim to support women at work while still encouraging their families. They also open 24-hour daycares, offer childcare support and free education, and gave more family benefit. For the workplace shortage, Japan create a special visa called SSW, Specific Skilled Worker, for trained foreign workers. And then these policies are helpful, but so far they have not been enough to stop the crisis. Japan still needs big change in work culture and social norms to make it easier for people to start families again. That's the end of our explanation. Thank you for your attention, and we hope this video helps you understand why Japan's demographic crisis matters and why it needs serious attention before it's too late for Japan.